Hey guys, I'm sitting here with one of the 5 baobab trees that exist inside Featherstail Children's Village. Now, I have a lot of love for the baobab, and because of that, I mentioned recently that we are going to start the spiritual retreat. Now, the spiritual retreat will have limited spaces, and I'm softly announcing it now that we are calling it Baobab Spiritual Retreats. And all of the retreats up to now will be based in Tanzania, of course, here with myself and Featherstail and everybody else involved. The places are limited, and there's going to be 2 openings, and it's going to be spring, summer next year and winter next year. Now, I'm talking Northern Hemisphere, European, American, winter, spring, summer, because here it's completely different. So if you're in Africa watching me, it's a different spring, summer, the European style, if you want to put it that way. And it will involve 2 weeks of time here, and we are doing this as a joint venture with our friends Remy and Digvijay. Now, those of you who don't know Remy and Digvijay, they renounced the world. One is Jain and one was Hindu. They went into an ashram, and for 14 months they meditated and did yoga from 5 AM till 10 PM at night. And instead of renouncing the world, they decided to take the route of the bodhisattva, ultimately, and come back to the world with what they'd picked up within there. Both have profound knowledge on their chosen spiritual teaching. They have profound knowledge on yoga, they have profound knowledge on pranayama. I myself have a great deal of knowledge that I love to share in this world, and there's a lot of people need help out there, and a lot of people contact me asking me if I can coach them or work with them one-on-one. And I just can't, the responsibilities I have, but if I open windows in the year, then I guess I can. So we're doing it with those guys, and the reason being those guys are not preachy with regards to faith, and that's very important to me. I sit on the fence a bit like Jesus did, and by that I'm not saying I'm like Jesus, but in the sense that he never tried to convert anyone to his faith. If he met a Samaritan, he healed a Samaritan. He looked at their hearts, he looked at who they were. He didn't try to convert them or push them into a certain mindset, etc. He just went with the flow, and he went with the love of God. He knows that God is not a judgmental moron. I mean, God's very loving. And these people who are my dear friends now, Remy and Digvijay, who I'm speaking of, they are completely non-judgmental and very beautiful energies. Now, there'll be some other guest speakers and teachers as well there. There will potentially, we're still working it out, but there will be an eclectic mix. Obviously, I'll be teaching about the ancient esoterics of Christianity and Islam and Hinduism and the Dharmas and Zoroastrianism and all of those things. And I'll be speaking of the anatomy of prayer and the sacred secretion. There'll be a vision quest out in the bush with the Maasai tribe who are helping me to arrange that. And it'll just be a beautiful experience of healing, growth, and above all, seeking that union with God that many are seeking on this planet at the moment, and taking that back with you into the world where you go. And hopefully everyone who attends will have their own profound divine revelation of some description. So, Baobab Spiritual Retreats will be launched soon. We've been working on it in the background, and I think it'll be a very beautiful experience for everybody involved, including myself, and I'm very excited. Just spent a month with our volunteers here, and for all I was unwell, it was a very beautiful experience to meet some new people, so I'm sure it'll be the same again. So that will be Baobab Spiritual Retreats, and they will take place here, one spring, summer next year, around about May or June time, we haven't fully decided, and the other will be for the 11th of November. We know that date will be incorporated because, of course, naturally my style of spirituality, my style of pursuit of God and my spiritual skills mean that I'm able to teach about number synchronicities and the language of God in numbers, because I use it every single day in my life. So it's something I can pass on, it's knowledge I can pass on. So the great, mighty Baobab Tree that a baby sits behind me here is the name of our spiritual retreat, and I think it's very apt considering where we are and the ancient, beautiful nature of these trees that are so connected to God compared to you and I. It's unbelievable and unfathomable. And they speak a language of prayer that you and I will likely never understand, no matter how still or quiet we get in the depths of prayer and meditation and fasting and the search for the divine, or the search for our union with the divine. I doubt we'll ever come close to the ability to commune with God in the way that the energy in these guys does. I felt it, I've seen it, I feel it all the time. So that's why we gave the beautiful name Baobab Spiritual Retreat to our retreat, and when I launch it I hope to see you all there. Limited spaces, like I say, because we're doing it inside a lodge predominantly, but there'll be time out in the bush as well. And yeah, exciting times ahead. I love you all. I hope I see some of you here for the spiritual retreat. And now I'm going to break into this piece of baobab fruit in front of me before the sun goes down and show you all exactly what it looks like. So, love you all. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as it really helps us to grow the channel and with it help more children here in Tanzania. Also, don't forget you can support our work by sharing with children in crisis here. Be it sharing for a particular need, or even sharing one-on-one support for education, housing, food and medical care. It can be done for as little as the cost of a cup of coffee a week back in the West after all. Just visit www.sharetanzania.co.uk to find out more. Lastly, remember you can also support us via Patreon, www.patreon.com/featherstail, and help keep us here in Tanzania to continue our work. The links for the website and for the Patreon are in the description box of this video. Love and light, guys. See you soon.